Hi, Steve Sandner here. I'm my third day on Mackinac Island working at the Grand Hotel, and yes, I am working at the Cupola Bar, which is that little tower right in the middle of the hotel above their porch there. And by the way, the porch of the Grand Hotel is the largest in the world, 660 feet. I think that's about 2 football fields. And the Grand Hotel was built in 1887, and it was done in conjugation with 3 railroad companies, I believe. And it's always been kind of a high-end place to stay. The rooms, as of this year, are around $250 to $700 a night. I can't remember the size of the staff, but it's enormous. And especially the chefs, they have a small army of world-class chefs who cook very, very fine food in their restaurants. One of the executive chef is an Austrian, by the way, which is my heritage, and his name is Hans Bechler. And so they actually have Austrian cooking classes from time to time, and of course their pastries are fantastic because that's something Austrians are known for. And they also have a small army of musicians working there. I can't remember the actual number of musicians, but they have a little band with horns in it. And Dr. Alex Graham is the music director who hired me to play for these 4 nights. And anyway, I'm here on my third day. It's cloudy. It looks like rain. I'm trying to get this video in a little bit early. And I also forgot my lavalier microphone, so I'm talking loudly into the mic on the phone. The hotel was the site of the movie Somewhere in Time, and it actually featured scenes from all over the island. And that was starring Christopher Reeves and Jane Seymour. And when I worked here years ago, they had just filmed it a few years before that, so they were still abuzz about talking about the movie stars who had visited the island. And I happened to see that movie when it first came out because I was working in Chicago at the time, and the Second City actors that I was mingling with, who were also in the same location where I was playing in a piano bar, were in the movie, and I can't remember their names right now. So I was prompted to go see the movie in the theaters, and it only lasted at the theaters in circulation for about a week, and then it was not pulled because it wasn't a successful movie. But since then it has become sort of a cult following of the movie, and I recommend seeing it. When I was here back in the early 80s, I got to know one of the local guys here on the island, and he was a carriage driver at the time they were filming the movie, and he was the personal carriage driver for Jane Seymour because he was locally known and trusted, apparently. But apparently Jane Seymour was so exacting about what her requests that he got pissed off at her, and he stopped the carriage and just walked away and went from his job as the personal carriage driver of Jane Seymour. I think he stopped the carriage, in town on Main Street. Just a couple of other facts about Mackinac Island. It's located in Lake Huron, just east of the Mackinac Bridge, and in the Straits area, which is between the lower and upper peninsula of Michigan. The island is not all that big. It's 8 miles in circumference. I know if you take a bicycle ride around the island, which a lot of tourists do, it's 8 miles. And I think I read somewhere it's 3.5 square miles roughly. If you come as a visitor, a day visitor to Mackinac Island, you will not be able to approach the Grand Hotel or go on the porch unless you pay a fee of $10. And that's just the way it is. It used to be $5 years ago. They raised it. I'm playing the gig again tonight, so I may have a couple of videos short videos I took last night and a couple of other scenes around the island. And that's my report for today, day 3 on Mackinac Island. Thanks for watching. To be continued.